everybody, I'm the Bigglesworth, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Along with Piggy. Well, there is no space in here for jumping, is there? Just bang my head up on this ceiling. Yeah, I like the other stuff I build, I know I'll probably never see anything in here unless, just the rare occasions that we start the show back in here. But I'm going to have to work out a design, because the villagers, if they're going to drive through here and have to sit in here and wait for me to trade with them, at least they can drive through here in comfort and in style, right? Yeah, and, okay, so check this out. Yeah, there's two guys in there right now. Hello, sir. Now, I don't know how this happened, but somehow this got reset while I was working on adding stuff on the other side. And I think that's going to be like the flaw in this system. If for some reason this system gets reset and a villager gets sent through, they're going to back up. They're backing up. They're going to get all jammed up in there like silly villagers. What is this? Huh. I thought I plugged that hole up. Oh, well. Well, maybe we'll work on that later. But yeah, there's a little tweaking, sometimes you just don't get the design right the first time. That's okay. That's the way it goes. It's just, two guys jammed up in there. We're going to have to get them out. So, and we've got this guy and this guy. That one's empty. We got a guy in here because something really crazy happened. Okay, so check this out. I came over here. I don't even remember why. I think I was just doing some cleaning up, and I looked. There's all these villagers in there. I'm like, where in the world did these guys come from? Now, the best thing that I can figure is somehow up in the bird, there were a bunch of villagers that were breeding, and I didn't know it. So we got all these villagers in here. I have no idea how many are even in there. But I was going to come over here and work on the redstone here because this thing still is not working properly. And this, see, I broke this track to force them this way. This thing sent him down this way, and the villager came over here. And, yeah, I guess I could have had a minecart that would have done that, made this go a little bit quicker. They went over here, so I rushed over real quick and broke the track and tried to push him back. And I forgot, because I broke the track about here. So the villager went here and started to go this way and got sent over here and hit the cactus. And it was just... Oh, I couldn't believe it. So then the villager walks over here and starts running around. So I quickly grabbed some cobble and just blocked him in. I got Mr. Villager right here. Mr. Cleric. 37 rotten flesh for an emerald. Are you a cleric? No, I think you're a toolsmith. Okay, you're a toolsmith. I had a cleric over here that was going to trade rotted flesh for me. 37. That's the same trade. And 9 gold for an emerald there. Let's see. What's your second trade? 10 gold for an emerald. Oh, so we can do better with this guy. But is that the only trades available? Yeah. So I'm going to have to trade up a little bit with them, because what happens is sometimes some of their trades is a better trade than another, but then you get the higher up trades and you find out maybe you can buy cheaper stuff from there. And I'm out of food. Uh-oh. So we're going to have to get some food. But let's see, I'm down here again. So I've got all these villagers backed up, and I'm going to do a little bit of trading off camera and just see if we can find any of these that are really good for keeping, for sending to the food farms, because we need, I need a brown-robed villager for my food farm for the second layer. I think we got potatoes covered, but we're going to have to get carrots. And when 1.9 comes out, beets. Beets is going to be a thing. Is this... Yes, I got one in here. Nice. Woohoo! So off we go. So beets is going to be a thing as well. So I've dug out a third floor off camera. I figured no big deal. No harm, no foul. Because you've already seen me dig out 2 of them. So, that'd be a little boring. I just... I got to get this out of my system, because as soon as 1.9 comes out, I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. Now, you can do it with shields. So I'm going to have a shield just to make the little waka 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 kind of thing. But, yeah, we got a bunch of little projects that still need to be worked on. I'm going to have to manually hop out of here, get my pickaxe ready, boop, and like that. And right now I've got to go through the nether portal just to get back up to the surface. So I also want to build a an item, not an item elevator, a individual elevator, person elevator, a Piggy elevator, just to send me up to the surface so that we don't have to do this. Because right now I can get down here quick by jumping out of the bird, but I've got to take the long way just to get back to the surface. Whew. That scares me every time I see that. I always see lava and think, you know, all it's going to take is one misstep and I'm going to end out in the lava. But, let's see. Okay, this will work. This will work, because I was going to mention what we did in the last episode. Last episode, I had managed to get an enchanting room built. And I was so excited because this enchanting room is something I'd seen in my little piggy brain for about 2 years. I could never figure out how to make. And then finally it just boop, popped in my head and I got it built. And let's see. It's like I can't move. There we go. So I don't know if y'all notice anything different. You probably don't notice anything different right here. But if I go back over here, I hear zombies. I bet they're outside. For the more observant, you might notice. Huh, something's a little different. The pattern on the wall. If you'll go back and watch the previous episode, you'll notice that this pattern on this wall touches all the way to the edge of the corner. And what happened, Piggy? What did you do? Why did you change the pattern? Well, I didn't. Here's what happened. I went to get ready to record this episode, and I accidentally saved my world file save from the previous episode over this one. So I totally lost everything that I built. So I had to spend like a whole day going back and rebuilding all of that. So that is a little bit different than it was in previous episode because I've actually built this thing twice. But, so here's the cool thing, and I'm going to go ahead and sleep real quick because we're going to have to go back down in the mines. Wow, we've almost blown through half an episode like doing this. So we're going to jump back down in here. I have no idea why I slept if we're going back down in the mines. But now that I've got an enchanting room and I can control the enchants, we're going to need an XP farm. Let's see. Where is it? Is it over this way? Huh. Is it down here? No, it's not. Well, great. Okay, so this is where I start getting lost. I have yet to really, like, map out this area in my head. It's been so long since I've been down here mining. Because I just, first season... Oh, I thought I had lit everything up. Huh. Well, okay, I'll tell you what. I am going to figure out where in the world this thing is, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to get started on today. So I'll meet you right back somewhere in just a minute. Alright, so I think I've made it. If I run down here, if I'm not mistaken, the iron farm is over this way. Huh. I can't remember. Is it down here? No. Oh, there we go. Yep, see, looky here. You bad lava. That stuff's always killing me. Hop over here. I might be able to see it. I don't know. I think I blocked all that off. But we could see it over here. Is the polished, whatever this stuff is. I can never remember. I think it's granite. Make sure there's nothing that'll push me in lava. You know what? Let's just play this safe. How about that, Piggy? How about you do something right, like play it safe? So look over here, so you can see the doors and stuff right there. So right there is the iron farm. That's kind of cool, because not too far from there, like off over in there somewhere, that's where... what? Okay. Somewhere over in that general direction is the bird. So that means that we're not very far from a centralized location of stuff that we've been trying to do. And I can't remember if it was in this season or last season that I had found this. You need to be lit up. We don't need some bad guys spawning right there. But here it is, right here. I found this room. And why is there no way to get up in there? Well, you can hear it. You can hear it plain as day. Let's see, maybe we can just pop our way up in here. I know I had a way to get up in here. Let's go ahead and just pop this open. So look. Terrible little turbles. Look at that. I'll light that up. Hey guys, what's going on? So, we have got ourselves a zombie spawner right here. Now, I know I've got one up near the surface, but I want to save that. I'm not quite sure what I want to use it for yet. But this one's way under the ground. It's underneath the ocean. It's near the bird. So this is like a really good spot. This is a really good spot because say that we're trying to breed some more villagers and we need to wait for them to, make more villagers or whatever. Well, we're close enough to the bird that we can come over here to the XP farm and we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Oh, man. So we'll be able to AFK over here and collect some XP, and we'll be close enough that we're AFKing over there so that we're collecting more villagers. And I'm going to have a rotten flesh farm right here because of all these zombies, and we can have a cleric or 2 over here, and so we can trade with them. So that's going to be cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to start hollowing out an area around where this spawner is at. We're going to go ahead and check and see what's inside the chest. I'll leave that. I won't check it. I think I've already checked it. Maybe I did. I can't remember, but we'll check it. We'll see what junk is in that chest and collect that up. I think for this episode, we're just going to really work on like the basics, just getting the basic farm set up, because we're going to do something a little silly and whimsical with these zombies, not just your normal everyday XP farm. But I think it's going to take 2 episodes to do that build because we're going to have to hollow out a giant area. I know, Piggy, why you always do this? Why you always got to hack so much away just to do a simple build? Well, because I'm like that. So I am going to go collect me some more food. I'm going to get me some wood to make some chests because I have a feeling we're going to be clearing out a lot of cobble. And I'm going to bring you back and show you the XP farm that I'm going to have. And we're going to see what's in those chests. All right? So I'm going to go collect some more junk, and then I will meet you back here and show you my progress. All right, everybody. I have cleared out the room and started what's going to be an XP farm. Well, yeah, an XP farm and collecting the rotten flesh from the zombies. Check this out. Okay, so the chests are gone because I checked in them, and apparently I had emptied them out before. So, yeah, there was nothing to find. There was no junk in the trunk. But I went over here, and I started working on lighting up this area because we're going to need to cut down on mobs, showing up anywhere but inside there. Because mobs out here will slow down the amount of mobs in there. So I started putting down all these torches everywhere and started following all these tunnels. Where did it go? Oh, yep. Oh, you know what? I'm right here. Might as well go ahead and just grab these right here, right now. There we go. We'll silk touch those, and we can fortune those later. All right, so where am I going? Oh, nasty, nasty lava. I really need to carry buckets of water with me more. So went down that way and lit that up and started collecting resources. And I went this way and noticed a big opening. And then I noticed this. I was like, wow, really? Check this out. So there are 2 spawners really close together. And, uh-oh. Hello, Mr. Semi-Villager. Come here. We'll just deal with you. Yeah, I do need to light that up still. So, but I left these chests because there is junk in these trunks. And wow, more armor and more saddles. Wow. So I think we found where the game put all the saddles. Crazy. Alright, so... Oh, you! Come here. Get dealt with. So I've done the math and I figured out, I think you have to be within 16 blocks of a spawner to get it to spawn stuff out of it. And these are just a little bit farther apart. You got one here and one over there. But I did the math and I found that this path, I went ahead and dug this out. The math for the path. I found that this path is going to give me an access point that's going to get me close to within 16 blocks of the 2 spawners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a minecart system right here. I got to figure out how many blocks long it has to be. It's going to be really short, but it's going to be where I would AFK. So I would just get in the minecart, and it's going to push me back and forth. back and forth, keeping me for a few seconds close to each spawner. So hopefully the spawners, come on you, start moving. So hopefully the two spawners will work together, like this one will spawn stuff when I get near. And I think it's 10 seconds before the spawner will spawn more bad guys. So the minecart's going to push me over here, and these will spawn. And then it's going to push me over there, and those will spawn. Meanwhile, this one's counting the 10 seconds to spawn more zombies. So back and forth, AFK means I won't be getting hungry. I'll be in a safe place where mobs can't get me. And we'll be able to use two spawners. So, and once I saw this, I'm like, yep, that's definitely going to be at least a 2-episoder. Because what's going to happen is I've got to clear out this area, that area. I've got to set up a minecart area. And then this area up in here is going to be open. Like, we'll be able to walk over and see this spawner. We'll be able to walk over there and see that spawner. And the place that I AFK will be kind of under the ground right there. I'm telling you, got to get it out of my system. So this is going to be a big, open, decorated area with a really cool system for transporting and moving these guys to the point where either we will be able to just drop them and automatically kill them to collect rotted flesh, or drop them and make them a one-hit kill so we can have an XP farm. So I'm going to get back to hollowing out some more stuff. I may open up this upper area a little bit and get that other area prepared, and then I'll bring you back and show you more of what we're doing today. All right, everybody, here we go. I worked really hard for a long, long time, and I opened up this area. I know, Piggy trolling you as usual, right? Well, okay, so here we go. Here's all the area that I've worked on. Check that out. So I went ahead and decided to make this feel like a giant, curved, open room. And I went ahead and experimented a little bit with some colored clay, because I figured, you know what would be cool? I could use the gray and the different shapes to make like an outline, like a structure. And then I could use the green. It kind of would match, you know, zombies. Have different colors like zombies. But just a basic pattern. So when you're down in here, you'll actually be able to look down and see the zombies spawning. Or right now, I've got these lights set up, and no zombies are going to spawn at all. Now, I'm going to have to find some ice, some packed ice, because regular ice will melt. But I want to find some packed ice to line the floor down there. Let's just go ahead and go down there. Hop down here, hop down. I know y'all saw some redstone, right? I'll look at that in a second. But I want to cover this floor with ice so there's water flowing. Whenever zombies spawn, they'll get pushed out of the room very quickly. That will optimize the amount of spawns that can happen in here. Because I think I'm losing a little bit of space with these blocks right here. Now, these blocks here are important. They are covering up a block swapper that's behind this. And let me show you. This is the upper side block swapper that I used in my adjustable enchant system. And so we're swapping this block for this back and forth. Here, let me show you. I'm going to flip the lever. Whoop. See, and we swap that. And it does like that. And so when I flip a master switch, all these lights are going to go off. But they're not only going to go off, they're going to disappear. And it's going to look like just cobble. And when I flip a master switch, whoop, it all turns back on, and all the lamps are not only going to show back up, but be turned on. So this is going to give me a manual override, where I can shut on and off whether or not zombies are actually spawning in this chamber and the chamber over there. So, and check this out. Okay, so this is nowhere near complete. I've got 2 of these swappers here, and I've got these 2 over here. So what I still have to do is I still have to open up this area and that over on that side, so we can have swappers and lighting on all 4 sides. And then I want to come up with some kind of design for this room, because this room is going to be just another access room to see all the redstone. But it's also going to be where we can come down and watch the zombies. I got to build like a trough system. It's going to push them over here. And I have to do everything I've done here one more time at the other spawner. So I'm not quite sure how everything's going to line up yet, but we'll go back up here. If I can remember how to get up here. Oh man, it's just turning into parkour. But coming up in this area right in here, this is going to be like the master hall. And in this hall, you're going to be able to have the zombies collect to a main system that's going to have a really cool way to kill the zombies, a way that I've not seen anybody do before. Now, we'll be using fall damage to kill the zombies, but the way that I'm going to move them around is something a little bit new and different. So, for today's project, what I want you to do, and I'm going to go ahead and stand right here and show you the coordinates. Hit F3, and you can see that I'm at 305, 19, 266. And if you come down in this area, you will be able to find that other spawner, because the caves naturally go to the spawner. So what I want you to do is go ahead and figure out a way to use both of these spawners. Start setting up a zombie farm of some kind. If you want to copy what I'm doing, that's fine. If you want to come up with your own version, I'd love to see it. But, and you know, whether you're doing this in PC Pocket Edition or any of the consoles, doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if you're in creative or survival. Tweet me your pictures. Yeah. Build something cool doing with these zombie farms, and then tweet me pictures of what you're doing, so that way I can tweet it out for everybody else to see. All right? So I am going to get back to digging a big hole, making sure there's no bad guys, because I keep hearing bad guys every once in a while. I'm going to have to light up more of these tunnels. But I'm going to keep digging this hole and getting all this redstone done, because y'all seen this. This is old hat. So we're going to do this off camera. I'm going to get the redstone done and get the other room done, and then hopefully next time we'll be able to set up our system for flushing these guys out and collecting them and using them for XP and for zombie flesh, so we can finally get some more trading going. Alright, so here I go getting distracted. Yep, we're going to go back over here. So I'm going to get back to digging holes and building redstone, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.